Welcome. Yet again, we find ourselves bidding the daytime sun a farewell for the evening as the world becomes steeped in darkness. As daylight leaves us and dusk approaches, the evening holds mysteries only the shadows have answers to. When we last left off, our chosen, creatures seemingly far flung from each other, have found a strange commonality, unknowingly to them, pulling them ever so much closer together, like constellations in the night sky, connected by ethereal threads that only we know, that only we see, those that we are far from this world of darkness. Is that the reactive overlay? I haven't switched over just yet, but let me double check. And that's okay, I can cut it out in post. Didn't hear me? Okay, there. Yep, I should be good. Test one, test two for me. It doesn't. Yep, you're good. Mine are all good. Stag. The realm of dreams is a powerful one. You know of many different creatures that that roam here, that use the dreaming as a transitive plane, that call it their place to rest their head. Some call it their hunting ground. That is why you are wary, even now, as this dream, this premonition overtakes you. There is indeed something to be said of how a dream will manifest in the real world. As this dream takes you from the real world, and you see a quiet and somber fiddler letting out her heart-wrenching tune. Her blood, the only thing to color a black and white scene. You aren't sure how, but this dream, this nightmare, seems to reach out past you. Stag, you are sure that there is something in the distance. The crowd that had once disappeared, now replaced with the void, still seems to hide something beyond its ombre. It's almost close enough for you to taste it, to touch it. You can almost tell what it is. What do you do here in the dreaming? This entity teasing your senses.
Can I assume that this entity is malicious in nature?
Of this entity could be anything. To decide this, you may need to peer deeper into what its entity has to offer you for information. Perhaps the energy waves it gives off might help you to discern. Perhaps it takes a certain shape that is familiar to you and your paradigm of craft. It may give you a semblance of information as to where this creature is aligned.
Okay.
So here, you can use a skill and attribute of your choice that you believe will give you a piece of information that works well to uh, sort of answer this question for you.
Okay.
The different type of skill that you use will determine the type of information I give you.
The game is paused. I don't think I can actually get to
Oh,
the character sheet.
I always forget to unpause you guys. There you go.
There we go. I hate to sound like a total dork, but how do we roll dice in this?
I fixed the macros. I added a new do do do. So now you can just do the uh use the D10s the way that you would. So if you look 6 hours, 6 days and 3 hours ago, I was able to use in the chat log the D10s, and it shows you the successes and failures now, as opposed to before when the dice were kind of like not really working the best. So,
Okay, I do see that. Do I need to type that in? Like,
yep,
if I wanted to roll a certain amount of dice, I just type the number of dice and then D10,
yep,
and then equals the difficulty number.
correct.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure I understood that. I think in this particular situation, perhaps perception and esoteric.
Okay, so if you look at the macro bar, which is this bar that's labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 0 on the left-hand
Right.
side, go to page 2, and there will be a box that says Dice Pool.
Page 2, and there's a box that says dice. I don't see any macros.
My page 2 is blank.
There, page
Yeah,
2.
mine is too.
Do, do. Okay. Then I have a quick fix for you. I'm gonna put this in
Okay.
chat, and everyone is gonna learn how to make a macro real quick. It's really easy. So you're gonna click on an empty box in the toolbar, and
Got
it'll
it.
create a new macro. You're gonna change it from chat to script,
All right.
and I will post this in. Uh, I'll post this in just general for now, so everyone can see it real easy. And you're gonna just copy paste this.
Uh, there's a couple of macros under compendium packs.
Yeah, just adjust. Those are just adjust hunger and adjust rage.
Yeah.
But this dice pool macro that I found gives us everything that we need.
You said you were going to post it in general chat, right?
Yep, and it's a link from it's a Google Doc link.
Copy that.
Okay, there's the macro, and just make sure
I
it's on
see it.
script, and then once you click it, it'll bring up a little window, and it'll tell you the number of D10. It'll ask you the difficulty. It'll ask you about exploding dice, and then right there in that box, you can do a normal roll, a GM roll, a blind roll, or a self roll.
Sweet Jesus. So I copy all of this and paste it into the script.
Yep, and then save the macro, and then it's done. And that should fix our dice rolling problem.
Okay, I think I see it. All right, I'm going to make an attempt at this roll real quick, see if I got it. What would the difficulty of this be?
And the difficulty is 5.
Okay.
Is this 5th edition difficulty or 20th edition?
5th, I believe.
So difficulty 5 would mean 2 successes, right?
Yep. It looks
So that means I
like
succeeded?
moderate success.
Yippee!
Do you want to use willpower on any of those? You did succeed, but it is a moderate success. And also, yeah, I need to know what skills and attributes you used.
I use wits and esoterica. Not wits, perception and esoterica.
Okay. Wait, you do mean
I
wits,
will.
right? You used an attribute and a skill?
Yeah, perception. I mean, perception and wits are both the same
Okay.
value.
So wits and
Yeah.
esoterica.
Correct.
Awesome.
Wits and esoterica or perception and esoterica?
It's wits, because it's an attribute and a skill.
Perception's an attribute as well.
Yeah, perception is an attribute.
Because 20th edition.
Oh, that's right. Mage sheet. Da 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 da. See? Ooh.
The only reason I say perception is because I'm trying to glean information using my senses.
Yeah, I love this. And are you gonna willpower any of these dice before I give you your outcome?
Nah.
So, great. And before I continue, how did that macro go for everyone else?
Let's find out.
Okay. Stag. Before you is a strange aura, the outline of a creature, one that you're sure is living. It pulses, and you see it move erratically in the darkness. You think it grows, but you realize there is another entity there with it. This one completely different. Not a mortal, but in fact, a unliving creature. Now, what gets even more peculiar is that these two entities are not the only entities that you see. More forms continue to appear in the distance around you. The first aura that you saw was hued in a deep orange. Some mortal creature invested with the magic of forces. That creature seems to be locked in some sort of conflict. You could feel it between this darker aura, this aura of spirit magic, far flung from them. Not a part of the confrontation at all is the deep blue aura of a very large, very feral creature. In that same city, where the orange mortal aura and that dark spirit aura reside, there is also a bright yellow beaming like a ray of sunshine coming from another creature. Alive, but not mortal, not in any sense of the word. Steeped in the magic of correspondence. And finally, yet again in that same city, as if they were all being drawn to each other, a deep sanguine red aura is alone, but slowly being overtaken by a shadow. You see the aura slowly but surely begin to dim. The aura of life, of vitality, being weakened. That shadow. That shadow is one you recognize. That shadow had spilled blood before your very own eyes. Whether it was in the past or in the future, you know that this shadow will wreak havoc again. And you think that this is its next target. You are sure that there is a commonality between you all, a reason why you see them. You feel almost as if you can reach out to them. This connection is so strong. But as this premonition continues and the shadow continues to wrap itself around the red aura of vitality, around this undead creature that carries with it the shard. The shadow starts to notice you.
think at that point, I would reflexively pull away from the red one, seeing as that's the one that is currently being targeted. And following that sense of connection with the other auras, I'm going to attempt to reach out towards the deep orange and the dark auras of forces and spirit.
Okay. Um, you to do this will have to use your spheres.
Yes.
Just like your skills and your roles for any of our previous interactions, I'm going to let you figure out what spheres you would like to use and what combination to make this effect work properly. I would recommend correspondence magic, at least two. Um, if you want to reach out to them mentally, you can use mind. If you want to use their the physicality of their bodies instead of mind, you can use life, etc., etc., etc. You could also attempt to pull them into your premonition, which would be correspondence, I would say life to bring their essence into, and spirit.
Okay. I don't have enough correspondence to go to them, but I would have enough to bring them into the premonition. So I will reach out both of my hands and place a delicate finger on both of these auras and attempt to invite them into my mind.
All right, let's see it.
Okay, so I roll a number of dice equal to the level of spheres I have.
Yep, and you're gonna use your. You can use your arete, which I believe yours is 3.
Correct. What would the difficulty of this be?
The difficulty of this one is actually going to be 10.
Ah, okay. This might sound a little silly, but what effect would using the arate on this have?
It's another 3 dots, if I understand correctly.
Ah, all right. So it's like using a vampiric blood surge. I get it now. Ooh, do I want to use it right now though? Uh, hmm. I think I'll just stick with my current spheres and see if I need to re-roll anything with willpower. Moderate success.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I got this wrong. That's okay. We can go back. You only roll your arete, and then the difficulty is based on the highest sphere used. And this is very
Oh,
coincidental because it's happening in the background. It affects no mortals, so the difficulty will stay at your highest sphere is uh
3.
3, so the difficulty will be there, but we're using 5th edition, so we're gonna bring it, we'll just keep it at 10 for now. So we're gonna keep this one. Moderate success.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as you reach out, you feel the energy from you surge. This is not exactly energies that you're used to dealing with. You've never met another shard wielder. And as you reach out, the pulse of energy expands not only in the dreaming, but also in the mortal plane. You can feel the tension. You can feel the energy pulsing, wanting to burst through. And as you reach through, you contact this dark ombre aura, this aura of the spirit first. Sylvie, very suddenly, the energy uh, from your shard that you had invested as you raced towards it, uh, trying to beat the hunter in front of you, almost exploded like a bomb. The entire building goes dark. You can hear it. For a moment, you think that you did it, but as you look around, it's far too dark for you to just be in the NTEX building. No, this darkness is like a void. And as you look around, you see a pale blue aura outlining the figure of what looks to be a man, a creature of some sort, one with antlers, who's reaching out to you from a distance. You hold your planchette in your hand and realize you're no longer on the mortal plane. Things feel real. You can touch, you can almost taste your own tongue. And as this realization comes to you, it seems like the antlered man draws ever closer. As you approach Stag, you see the spirit entity, confused. A woman dressed in all red, covered in a silvery black aura. Obviously a spirit.
Hello, unliving one. My name is Stag. What is your name?
Don't. Why are you here? You do not belong here.
I invited you here.
My name is Sylvie, and invited me where?
My mind. My dream.
A mystic. Oh, great, a mystic. First, I cannot be here. This is not good for me.
Do not worry, I am here to save you, as well as the other shard bearer.
I don't understand. What?
You are in grave danger, as are the others. So many colors have already been lost. I want to stop that from happening any further.
What?
I apologize if my speech is hard to comprehend. You are being hunted.
By who? Is the skillful reason? I haven't checked in.
It is not a who, but a what. And what it is, well, to put simply, oblivion.
You speak of the Tempest. I know the Tempest. The Tempest hungers. I stay away from the Tempest.
Does my connection also reach the deep orange, the mortal? Oh, they're unconscious?
I don't know who you are or where your mind is right now, but I cannot go anywhere. I am bound here. I'm stuck. And I'm gonna pull out my planchette and hold it up.
A bound spirit. I understand.
And it is in the hands of a hunter right now.
Hunter. The orange. Yes, of course. You must go with this hunter. You must find me.
Why can't you just come to me? Did I stay here?
That is a fair question. I suppose you have noticed my unusual appearance. It would be rather
What's unusual about you? You have all your parts. Most of my friends don't even have a head.
Oh. Well, that's kind of you to say. If only the uninitiated were to understand that. Most people who see me run in fear. Though I
am
could.
Familiar with your kind and the hunter's kind and the soulless ones, and I know all of you. I see all of you all the time.
I would love to come and find both of you, but I'm afraid that would be rather difficult. It would be much easier if you could convince this hunter to take you to find me. I am not far. I can sense you nearby. You are within the city, and I am without.
Problem, I am bound by creed to not communicate with mortals.
Yet here you are, communicating with
You're
a
not
mortal.
immortal.
I certainly am not immortal.
But your soul is not of that of a mortal. That's why I am able to communicate to you without fear of the specters consuming me.
You're funny.
I am deadly serious. The soul forges are not fun.
Very well. I will make the attempt to come find you myself. Please do try to look after the hunter. I fear I may have unintentionally put them to sleep.
I will
And
make sure that I watch them, yes. I don't know if I can do much more, though.
thank you. I will be there soon. Goodbye.
I would like to give the hunter horrible nightmares.
God damn it. I snap my fingers and the connection is severed, and you are relieved from my mind.
Freddy Krueger-esque, as real as nightmares can get, yeah.
You're literally so evil.
I would like to build up some fear, if that would be possible.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
going to allow you to gain one fear off of this.
Perfect. I'll let the shadow take control and control the nightmare, so it'll be even worse.
Yes. So as you do this, you come back to the waking world and find that the building is still steeped in pitch black. And out of spite, you almost ignore the mystic's sort of ethos, and you press into the mind of the hunter before you. Their unconscious state seems to be somewhat protected by an aura that makes it harder for you to press into their subconscious. It's for this reason that you have to use a little bit more force, that you must press harder. And that is when she enters the chat room. Sylvie, I see you have finally started to listen to me. Good.
No, I just don't like hunters.
No, it's good. Listen, we are on the right track. Push harder.
I wanted to see her loved ones die.
Oh, we can do better than that. We can make her the reason. Or we can make her the killer. And then, when she awakes, she will have nothing but fear and rage in her hands.
I like this, I
Oh.
like this. Yes, we can do this, yes.
You can press further into her. You can take her with this fear. You can find her deepest, darkest fears. We can be whole again, Sylvie. This is a beautiful opportunity. You must thank the mystic.
I never think any of them. They're temporary.
Okay, now do it. Take her. Root out her deepest, darkest fears and take Sylvie. If you're gonna do this, you need to resist the urge, since you're giving in, to possess the hunter. As the uh, emergency lights start to come on, and as you roll that resist, I'm going to fade to the elevator. As the lights come back on, and the elevator boots back up, it slowly starts to chug upwards. Stellan, you look towards Darren, who most definitely saw the wave of mystic energy pulse from above you and envelop the entire building.
Well, that sure was something.
No, it was nothing. Oh, God damn it, Stellan. Why is it always like this with you? Hell was that?
We really need to have this conversation again. I don't know what your holdup is.
I don't
So,
have a hold. I just want my life to go back to normal. I want to sell the stupid foundation. I mean,
we also have to talk about that. It's a
I
foundation. You exist to give away my money. What are you selling?
Stellan, there are assets that need to be used to pay the people who work for your foundation.
And all we need is to get some stars and get this ball rolling, make some dreams come true.
Why do you keep talking about dreams coming true? Please come back to the real world. All of
See,
this stuff.
that's the problem. This is the real world. I motion around me as a 6 foot something knight in full plate mail, just glowing, absolutely gorgeous person standing before him.
Hey, get away! Get away!
You can see now. This is the real world. And those artifacts that you got rid of are from this world. And we need to get them back, or the Countess will do something very unmentionable. Do you really wish for that? They're right over here. We should avoid them. They're not very happy with me.
I wouldn't be very happy with you either. Not
You
very happy with you, actually.
Let's go find the artifacts.
Moving through the vault, you can see that most of the display cases are still empty, and that there are a few crates that have been opened. And only one of the display cases has been populated with a very old pot from the Byzantine era, made out of ceramic. It holds a lot of history, as it was a helix, almost a special type of jar, held um, the wine for a great emperor of that time. And the wine in this helix was said to be able to imbue you with power of emotion, uh, and that drinking from it would be able to throw you into a fit of that emotion easily, and endlessly, as long as you continue to drink from the helix every day. Uh, this same emperor drank himself to death uh, in reveling in joy for 100 days and 100 nights.
Oh, what a way to go out. But no, I've turned a page. We're going to get in, get out, stay on task. Stay on task. We don't need any wine. Maybe a little wine. Nope, no wine. Darren, where are these artifacts? This way.
And as you continue to look, unfortunately, it seems like most of the important things are, well, they're in that office. And as you kind of approach the door and peer through the crack, you can see several artifacts, including a very rare planchette sitting on the desk. When you peek inside, you actually see a woman on the ground, unconscious.
Oh no. I am going to go to her aid. Sincerely.
What's going on? What happened? Slyn, what did you do?
I don't know. I didn't do anything. Is she okay?
I don't know. Is she? He puts a hand on her chest. She,
Uh,
she's
check
breathing.
vitals.
She is breathing
Miss.
erratically.
Miss.
And as you
Are
shake
you
her,
there?
she doesn't seem to stir. Her brow furrows, and you can see sweat beading across her. But something else feels strange.
I would like to manifest in the back corner of the room behind him.
What does this look like as you manifest?
I am discernible from normal. Oh,
Darren sees you first, raises up a hand, points, and yells at the top of his lungs. What the hell is that? Where did you come from?
Oh, miss. What happened?
I don't know. I was just looking for the prehistoric exhibit. Is it this way?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Perception.
Me or her?
Her.
Do I
Sylvie.
get bonuses because I have a 3 seduction?
The skill in World of Darkness is, I'll say, subterfuge, and an attribute of your choice. Unless those of you more familiar, is there a better skill for lying?
Manipulation and subterfuge, or manipulation performance, or
I can take performance, but do I get to add my seduction bonus?
Seduction bonus?
Mm-hmm. It's the right thing. I am supernaturally beautiful.
You're funny.
come join the club.
I will
I also,
say,
for some reason, have 4 appearance.
I will say, why are you guys so hot? I will
I
say,
have 6 dots in appearance.
I have 3.
You are clearly superior.
okay, I will say yes. You do get your seduction bonus, but only against the mortal.
Okay. Let's see. So you want me to roll what exactly?
Manipulation, and you can choose either performance or you can choose subterfuge.
Okay, I'll do performance.
And the difficulty, we won't do contested just because it's versus systems. So I'll set the difficulty at your attribute level Stellan, and the attribute we'll use, I think the best one to use might be intelligence. So what is your intelligence?
I have 6 successes.
I have 2 dots.
Okay. So the difficulty was 2 and 6 successes.
If we're doing exploding criticals, if not, then 5.
Uh, lovely. You can see very clearly, Stellan, that this damsel is in distress.
Oh, now Stellan is in a rough spot because he's got 2 damsels in distress. I look at Sophie wanting to help, and then Sylvie wanting to help, and then look down at the unconscious lady, then look at Sylvie, then look at the unconscious lady. We we're here for an artifact.
Oh, very quite thought about artifacts here. Let's get a place for them.
Shouldn't we help
Type of
her?
artifact
She
you're looking
seems like she's not doing so well.
Oh, she's been like that for a while. I'm sure she's fine.
Doesn't really look like that.
Darren leans down towards you. Stellan? She just appeared out of thin air. I don't think she's telling the truth. I don't know. She doesn't even look the way she's dressed. She doesn't look like she doesn't even look like she's from this time period. This is another one of your weird dreaming things. Make her go away. We gotta help this lady.
Do I know what Sylvie is?
Unless you can supernaturally penetrate or detect me, you would not. I look like a human.
Okay. Time periods kind of aren't really my thing.
Would one of you be so kind to escort me to the prehistoric exhibit?
Stellan, she gives me the Wiggins. Get rid of her. I'll help this one. And Darren kneels down towards the woman unconscious on the floor.
Okay. Look for those artifacts. Right this way, miss. And I offer her my arm.
Well, my culture I don't touch, but thank you. You can hold the door for me though.
Right this way. And things aren't super holding up, but I can never really turn down a pretty lady.
So when you you shut the door behind us after we go through the door?
The door's open. We saw the light on.
I walk through the door.
You're walking through the door as in like you're walking out of the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the door's open.
Oh, well, care to escort me?
Yeah. Right this way. I don't know where we're going, and you don't know where we're going.
No, I think it's done here. You know, I love this place. They say that it's haunted. Did you believe that?
And as soon as you leave the room, you turn around to respond to her, Stellan, but she's gone. And you hear a yelling from the office again.
And I'm going to use Strange Ether to make the hallway endless as he tries to run back towards the yelling.
I'm fairly certain that that's not going to work on me.
It will not. It will not work on you at all.
Just gonna walk back in the room.
But as this happens, you watch the hallway elongate and you hear Darren screams from a distance. You're not sure what has happened, but the woman you were escorting just disappeared. And as you stride, you realize there's something phantasmal happening here. A haunt. And her last words ring in the back of your head as you approach the doorway and find her standing there again, attempting to reach towards a planchette on the desk. Darren cowers on the other side of the desk with the phone in his hand.
Darren, hang up that phone.
Security is going to have to deal with this because I can't. She just did it again.
I'm gonna take the phone out of his hands and hang up. Darren, be calm.
Home? Shh. I'm gonna go get help. He needs medical attention. And I need a therapist. And he rushes out of the room.
So, what's your name?
You're not mortal. You should not be able to be here right now.
Well, I'm there's a lot of things wrong with me, so take your pick. I'm Stellan.
I'm Sylvie.
Nice
What
to
do
meet
you
you,
want
Sylvie.
my artifact for?
I wasn't looking for your artifact. This one right here. I point at the one she's trying to pick up. That's your artifact?
It is.
That's not the artifact I'm looking for, right? Storyteller.
What is the artifact you're looking for specifically?
I have no idea.
Well, you look at this one and you have no idea.
It, no,
It's you've had the feeling that when you find it, you'll know, you'll feel it. It's wildly important to Countess Akshara, meaning it most likely is steeped in the energy of the dreaming and will resonate with Cathane. This does not resonate with you, but it still has a potency about it.
um, I'm gonna look at Sylvie. Um, I don't think that's it.
The hunter's trying to take it.
The what?
The hunter.
I'm gonna like point to the unconscious girl.
Oh, you did that then?
I did not. The one with horns did it.
The one with horns. Is that another person around here?
I don't know what your people call them. They control the fate.
Ooh, fate? I don't know what my people call them either. I'd like to think I'm in charge of my own fate, but I've squandered that. So, have you seen a very important artifact around here?
I've
Besides
seen
that,
lots of very important artifacts.
well, help me find mine.
How long ago did you lose it?
Well, it came here, I'd say about a day ago, 2 days ago. From
We did get a shipment in recently, but I am sadly bound to the confines of this room due to this.
And I point back to the planchette.
Oh, so you mean if I pick that up, you could walk with me over there?
Yes, but my eternal soul then becomes enslaved to you for as long as you wield it.
Oh. Well, we don't really want that. That is way too much responsibility. Well, can you come over here? Can you like point?
I can point lots of places.
And I start pointing all around the room.
To the artifact. Point to the artifact. The shipment from yesterday.
It would be downstairs.
Downstairs. No, it's supposed to be in here.
Unless she has something on her that I don't know about.
Can I look around?
As you do, you can see that the room is filled with crates. There are um, a good amount of them that are still closed. It looks like only one or two of them have been open, and it seems like the planchette must have come out of them. Um, as the other two
Oh,
boxes have vases and effigies and other artifacts. None of them seem
uh,
to have what you're
I
looking
am.
for exactly.
I'm gonna look for if they're still in crates. It should say where they're from. I'm gonna look for something from the Gimmelwald Foundation.
They all are, and they also are labeled with their manifest on each box. Everything in this room is from the Gimmelwald Foundation. And you see that they've been divvied up by the regions of which this art has come from. And they've also been divvied up by time periods. Right now, it looks like the curator was working with the oldest artifacts first, and moving upwards. It looks like they only got to the first artifact, which was this planchette.
Like,
I'm going to like fly up to the box that he's looking at, like no clip through it, and be like, "Oh, these are not old enough to be artifacts yet."
Can you not do that?
Yes.
And I'm gonna like turn around and curse.
Do what? Identify these? These are not artifacts. They're too new.
What? Oh. Well, is anything else in here does anything else here have any sort of power? Oh, this, uh, uh, you might want to look away for a second.
Why?
Might get a little crazy in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna like sink back down into the box.
Darren is going to hold his brooch with the House of Dinan. And he's going to take it off. And he's going to prick his finger with it. And he's going to just well some blood up and sling it kind of in a wide arc across the room. And is going to unleash Sovereign. Is going to say, will the artifact that the Countess wants make itself known?
The blood sprays across the walls and begins to drip in a strange fashion. All of it running not downward, but towards the desk. The blood slowly pools and begins to run up the sides of the desk, rolling onto its surface and coating page manifest in blood, leaving only one section legible. When you approach, you read that there was one crate that did not make it to the Entex archive vault from the Gimavald Foundation.
Oh, perfect. That makes things so much easier. I am going to, well, first I should probably, I'm going to take that page of the manifest and put it in my pocket, fold it up nice and neat. Okay, Darren's on the way to help her. The gestures to the person on the floor. How can I help you? I am in a helping mood.
Can you free me from my internal prison?
I don't know. Can I? How would I do that?
You need to take me to the shop.
To the shroud. But I can't pick it up unless, well, if I pick it up, you're bound to me.
I still have free will, but I can't really go away from you too much.
Oh, in the shroud. Where's the shroud place?
There's the barrier between life and death.
Oh, lovely. No. But I'll tell you what. Why don't I take you to the dreaming? It's much nicer there.
I've been before. It's been a while, but that will work. I can navigate from there. Or perhaps we will. You will have to escort me. I will not be able to wander far.
Well, better there than here. These people are absolutely awful.
Did the mystic
Taking
reach out
things.
to you too?
They just take, and just crush everyone's dreams. Ugh. Well, what do you have to offer in return?
I can offer you guidance and wonderful dreams, and I'm very good at history.
Do you happen to know how to repossess all of these artifacts legally?
You could take them.
I'm aware that I could take them, but they're just going to come after them.
Not if you scare them enough.
How's that working out for you?
Well, I've scared the few that I've met, for sure. They've not returned. They actually quit.
Has it gotten you out of the room, though?
Oh, yes. I have only gotten here recently. I used to belong to a really big furry one last time.
A really big fairy?
No, furry, the claws and, the very angry.
Your conversation is interrupted by the emergency lights flickering once again and a pulse of energy booming throughout the building. You can feel it yourself, Stellan. You're sure that Darren does because you almost hear the shrill scream of a woman in the back of your mind, one that matches the same pitch as Darren's. Sylvie, you also see this energy expand. And as the emergency lights come back on and finally the house lights, the electricity and power is restored to the Entex building, there's a sound of bare feet slapping across the tiled floor in the main artifact vault, just outside of the office you're standing in.
That may be the mystic.
The holder of fate?
Yes, I told them to come get me.
And he just listened?
I don't know.
I'm going to
Slowly
poke
but
my head out.
surely, slowly but surely, a very wary looking man, covered in thick fur, with a set of antlers pooling from their head. Looks like something out of an engraving from pagan ritual, a spitting image of ancient pagan gods. The man, dressed like a barbarian, slowly approaches and
You,
witnesses you peering through the crack in the door.
you shouldn't be walking around like that. You'll get us all in trouble.
To be fair, I did opt for you to come to me, but unfortunately that was out of the question due to our unliving friends' restraints.
Oh, you're a friend of Sylvie's then?
I would like to think so, though I did only just meet her a few minutes ago.
Friends are for the living, work acquaintances.
Oh,
Um,
can I see our friendly friend Hunter individual on the ground?
Yes, you can actually see them lying there.
Oh dear, what a mess I've caused. I'm gonna make my way over to her and
she's not
examine
looking
her.
so good. Can you help her?
I will try. I'm gonna take a knee next to her and I'm gonna examine her, see what damage I might have caused.
You're not sure that it was you. You look to her hand, and you remember, in the dreaming, she was racing towards something, reaching out to it with this same hand. On it seems to be almost a black varicose vein, starting from the tip of her finger and slowly rolling upwards.
Oh, that is not good.
She's unconscious now. Her vitals are stable, all things that you can see with your connection to the spheres. But something is resting her mind, is attacking it, and throwing her into a fitful nightmare. Cold sweat beads across her forehead, even now.
A nightmare, you say? Okay. Could I attempt to force her to awaken through the use of my spheres?
You can attempt to. It doesn't seem as though this form of unconsciousness is just a simple sleep. You do know, however, that you would at least be able to make this rest comfortable for her quite easily.
Oh, well, yeah, if that's the case, if it would require more time or even just a better location, then I'll at least ease whatever suffering she's going through and make her dreams pleasant. I'll conjure my dream caller staff and hover the head of it over her forehead and shake it a little bit, and some little sparkles of blue glitter-like substance drips down from it, and it covers her face before disappearing.
And the furrowed
Stellan is like squatting down right in Stag's face. That's a real neat trick.
Oh, thank you.
I will apparate behind Stellan.
What are we whispering about?
Oh, he's doing cool stuff.
You just see me shaking a stick above her head.
But it's glowing blue.
It is. And once the blue glow disappears, whatever's plaguing her nightmares would subside.
You can see her furrowed brow and expression soften, her breathing less labored. And Sylvie, you feel the hold of your nightmare dissipate.
It's no fun.
At least now her dreams will be pleasant.
For
But
now.
I do not believe. Oh. I believe we should probably move her.
Do you know her?
Oh no, I've never met her before in my life, but
Then
there is a connection.
Why don't we just leave her here for her people? Darren's getting help.
Let's do it. Just leave her here.
I forgot to mention. I apologize.
You should take those weird-looking hunter weapons from her, too.
She is in grave danger. You all are in grave danger.
How do you know?
In my dream, I saw something terrible. It is hunting us.
I keep having this dream about a violin player. Does that have something to do with this?
A fiddler?
Well, I don't know if he was Irish or not.
He?
She?
It was a female, yes.
Them. I'm trying to be more progressive. They were playing a violin. I'm not here to judge.
So I was just going to tilt his head like a dog in confusion.
Oh, it's this new thing, but more power to him.
Non-binary. Hold on. Non-binary pronouns are not new, Gibbs.
Stellan has about 1 week of retained memories, so everything is new to Stellan.
Valid.
Oh.
Yeah, I came out and
congratulations.
Well,
What's the pronoun?
Noun premium.
I
you
don't
were
think
saying
those
we were in
invented.
danger.
Ah, yes, of course. There is something hunting us, people like us. It is dread. It brings death, even to those who cannot die.
Oh, no, I don't want to die.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I did not mean to scare you. That is why I'm here, to make sure you do not die.
Sylvie
What,
starts laughing and falls to the floor.
Oh, it is
what,
good to see that I have eased your suffering.
what do you mean, people like us?
Shard bearers.
What's a shard?
Stag is going to hold his hand up to his heart, and a gentle white light
Before you, you watch as out of Stag's hand, a sliver of a gemstone begins to poke through, as if an appendage appearing. This shard glows in almost a deep pearlescent white, and it looks like something you have seen before, Stellan. Something you hold very close and dear to your heart.
I take the uh, what mean is Stag seeing?
I believe Stag sees the real you, um, but also sees the version of you that you are portraying. So if you are portraying your mortal form, Stag will see both.
So I'm always both.
So Stag will see both.
So this uh, teenage boy takes a lapel pin off his sport coat, and in parallel, this knight takes a brooch from across his cloak and holds it out. Is that what this is?
You can see
am
very
I
clearly inside that there is a shard pulsing with energy embedded into this brooch.
You are the shard bearer of correspondence.
I I don't know what that means. What is this thing?
A very important piece to a very, very powerful puzzle.
What does it do? What do I do with it?
You keep it safe.
Well,
When the time
duh.
comes, we must.
It's special to me. Of course, I'll keep it safe.
That is
But
good.
but but why are we keeping it safe?
Because the thing that hunts us wants it for itself.
And it's just a game of keep away, or do we do something with it?
We need to find the other shard bearers and unite against it. It's the only way any of us will survive.
Camera pans to Sylvie, who is relaxing on the ceiling. Is that what this is? And I'm going to pull a little stone out of my bag.
It's actually just a stone. It's she kind of apparated it out of nothing. The
Oh,
bag as well.
oh no, that's a rock.
But that does pique your interest as to where her shard is, and you kind of scan the room.
I'll look at the artifact on the table.
I will as well.
Stag, you can clearly see the spirit energy emanating from this planchette. And now a planchette is a triangular um, tablet engraved with letters and a few simple words. It's used to contact the dead. And In some cultures, it has been called a Ouija board, but this planchette is quite old, ancient, in fact. And you can see that the shard has been embedded inside of the planchette, as if they were made, as if the planchette was made to encase it.
Oh my. Is this what you are bound to, Sylvie?
Oh, don't touch it. She'll be bound to you for forever.
Well, that sounds fun. Why are you looking at me like that?
I am enslaved in the.
Oh. Oh. That doesn't sound good. How do we move it?
You can take it, just don't do the binding ritual.
Oh. Okay.
Wait,
You just
you
reach out
said,
and grab it.
wait.
Oh, did I forget to mention that? Yeah, there's a whole ritual you have to do. You have to sacrifice some children. It's a whole thing.
Just grab it and put it in my pouch.
As you do this, Sylvie becomes more real. You see her form in your eyes take a less ethereal, um, a less ethereal shape. And Sylvie, you feel the anchor move, and now you are your world revolves around this mystic, which could be a problem in and of itself. As you all stand there, you begin to hear the elevator doors open across the hall and footsteps quickly approach. Yeah, she's in here. I don't know what happened, but she's unconscious. She needs help. I'm glad you got here as fast as you could. Don't worry. There's a bit of a mess in there. Um, there's nothing strange in there, though. Nothing that would alarm a normal person. You can hear Stellan, you can hear Darren kind of shouting warnings as
I
what you can
I
assume are paramedics approaching.
I touch Stag and we blink out of existence.
Ah, he beat me to it.
I slowly fade away.
Now, as you do this, Stellan, placing your hand on Stag surges energy into you that you've never felt before. Your shard begins to glow, and as you move through space, you feel a level of control you have never felt before. Give me 1 second here.
Unlimited power.
You get 3 wishes, just don't wish for anything. That's the deal.
Itty bitty
Uh,
living space.
Can I wish
I'll
for power?
I'll I'll wish for everything.
You can certainly wish for it, yeah? I just can't make it happen.
Oh.
As you teleport, we're going to fade to black. And we find ourselves deep in the heart of New York City once again. No longer in Manhattan, but further down in Brooklyn. Keeper, Lily has just left. You bid her adieu for the night, and she's headed home on the train back to Bed-Stuy. You're in Park Heights right now, where the shop is, and luckily for you, you don't have to go anywhere. This is home for you. Your apartment is right upstairs. And as you turn out all the lights, you notice that some of the shadows seem darker and flicker in the corners. But just as soon as you notice them, seems like it's just your eyes playing tricks on you.
I'll throw up a sense the unseen.
And it's strange, but you can swear that there's something moving in the shadows, something slowly creeping towards you.
Hmm. I'll take a step away from there. Oh. I'm fine with all kinds of folk coming in here, but prefer if you stay yourself. That's quite unnerving, the creepy crawly thing.
You get no response. Instead, as you blink, shadows seem to disappear, leaving you alone again.
Have I seen something like this before? Since I've been here?
Earlier that night, you did think that the shadows had moved strangely, but you quickly put it out of your mind. You're reminded of it now as, again, they seem to reach towards you when you're not looking. As you addressed it, it disappeared, and like mentioned before, you're left standing in the dark of the shop alone.
I will open up my tablet. I'll turn on the screen. I'll turn the brightness up all the way. And then I'm going to go up to my apartment and turn all the lights on. Let's go.
I can kind of see you like scurrying up the stairs.
It's not that kind of night to deal with this bullshit.
You gotta outrun the shadow demons.
Yes, I can. Watch me go. Crawling up the stairs with the light of my iPad to protect me.
And you rush up and into your apartment, switch on all the lights. It's
I'll
2 o'clock in the morning,
mm,
and you're the uh, only one in your apartment. Rare. Usually, Lily would spend the evening watching all sorts of Japanese animated cartoons, and it feels a lot emptier now. It even feels a little darker. The lights don't seem as bright. Seem like they've been dimmed.
I'll I'm standing in the middle of my room that's brightly lit, looking through the doorway in the pitch blackness of the hall and the stairwell. And I'll slowly not take my eyes off the doorway, walk over to my desk, and I'll take out the book from its holster. And I'll place it on the desk and I'll look down at it, open it, try to read it, feeling like this is necessary. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, I will, before I lose the light, I'm going to quickly look at this book, see if there's anything in here that might help me. Oh, think. Shadow monsters, that's a new one. Prefer not to fuck with that. Got ideas, got ideas, got ideas. And I'll have the iPad facing outward, like a spotlight, first bright as that screen could get, as facing the door, trying to keep the shadows back as I'm trying to look through this book.
And 2 rooms over, or yeah, 2 rooms over of your studio apartment, the light bulb closest to the now darkened archway of that door and hallway slowly begins to dim, and it too pops.
All right. That's not working. I'll close the book, put it back in its holster. Is this room a dead end? Is there any other way out?
The only other way out would be the fire escape. Or you would have to brave the darkness and rush back downstairs through the tattoo parlor.
Yeah, no. I'll go out the fire escape. I'll take my iPad and my book, and I'll leave. Whatever is fun for you. I think we do it like everyone else, but I'll leave that up to you.
We'll keep it in the in role play, so that way it's a little easier to manage.
All right. Ah, I don't like that. Any thoughts on that?
Keeper, what is that?
I was hoping you know. As I step out of the fire state, I'm gonna turn, looking back through the window. I'm assuming at the progressing shadow. Uh, and I'm gonna try to have a premonition on what the hell this thing might be.
Begins to speak up. Keeper, it's coming closer. Go faster.
Uh, all right. I'll go down the fire escape.
Upon attempting to go down this ladder, this fire escape, you see yourself jump to the ground and fall into shadow. And then you see several entities, colored in different arrays of strange auras. And then you see blood. And then you feel hunger. And then there's void. And suddenly you're standing backstage. And a woman playing a violin is attacked by the same shadow following you. And as you come to, you find that you're already on the scaffolding, the fire escape ladder. Sam had taken control. Keeper! This is not the time. There's something actively trying to eat us. Keeper, wake
Down's
up!
no good. Down's no good. Down's no good. I'm gonna look up. Does this fire escape also go up to the upper levels,
It does.
or are we at the top? Yeah, down's no good. And I'm gonna start going up the fire escape.
Shadows swirl on the surface of the building in front of you as you rush up the scaffolding. You get to the top, the roof, as Shadow licks at your boot and singes it, melting the rubber of your soles, just as you step off of the fire escape.
Am I up on the roof at this point, or?
As you approach the roof of the building, yes. You're about 10 stories high.
All right. Is there any buildings nearby that I might be able to try to jump to?
Plenty. Luckily, it's New York City and everything's jam-packed real tight. Even a
Eh.
mortal would be able to make these jumps.
Well, that's excellent, because that's what I'm working with. I'm gonna try to find somewhere that I could potentially either another building or somewhere where I can try to get away from this current situation.
All around you is a grid of buildings, some of them taller, some of them at the same height. You have a few different options. Either way that you go, you know that you'll be able to charge across and leap past the alleys below you. As you begin to do this, you see the shadow is relentless. It surges across the alleys, across the darkened parts of the buildings below you. You see it following you as you move at a breakneck pace, streaming through the air. Shadow continues to gain on you.
Uh,
Keeper,
I
it's getting closer.
yeah. Welcome to ideas. I'm thinking. Is there anywhere around here that did that? I'm gonna keep running, but I'm trying to think. Is there anywhere that would have bright lights? A nearby construction site, a building that might be open for business, a club that would have bright lights.
Do you remember last session?
Yeah, I'm thinking of that club across the street. Were there big construction lights there?
Yeah, big construction floodlights. If you remember,
Okay,
I described the big floodlights as illuminating that whole space. It's a big open space
in there.
that has a stage in the back of it. Um, it's just down the road, not
All
very
right,
far from your shop at all.
All right, I'm heading in that direction. I'm running across the roof, and I'll drop down if I see the opportunity to. But I'm heading towards that place to try to get to those big, wonderful floodlights.
I'm gonna need you to make a roll here as you approach your safe haven. The shadows whip towards you, no longer flat and stuck to the surfaces, um, and slithering uh, like a shadow would. It instead rears up, and a black caustic tendril shoots towards you.
All right, what am I rolling?
You are going to roll. I'm going to say it's going to be dexterity and athletics. And this will be
Well,
to first attempt to dodge this attack in the first place.
well, shucks. All right, it's 2 dice. What's difficulty here?
The difficulty is 5.
Oh, there's no way I can succeed this. I can only roll 2 dice.
Oh, you can only roll 2 dice.
I only have 2
You
decks
have
and I have
no
nothing
athletics.
I have no athletics.
Blood surge.
Would
Yeah,
blood surge
actually,
do it?
Blood Surge will give me 2, will give me 1 dice or 2 dice? I think it's 2 dice. I think it's 2 dice. So I'll do a rouse check to see if I can get those extra 2 dice. Oh, that's a crit. Okay, I do not get hungrier. That'll boost me up to 4. And the difficulty is said 5 or 6.
It's 5.
All right, let's see. Oh no! Oh shit! I will. Oh, it is. Oh, there's 1 bullet die. Wait, what? That's 2 successes. It didn't mark which one's a blood dice, but it wouldn't matter. So 1 success.
I will allow you to succeed at a cost.
Keeper will take that deal right now.
Okay. You're going to take 1 point of superficial damage
Okay.
as the lash of this caustic tendril shoots towards you. I assume you took the book with you, correct?
Yes, I have my book, my tablet. I would assume my cell phone in my pocket.
As you dive through the air, directly towards the front doors, from the top of a building nearby, the tendril almost wraps itself around your leg. You feel it burn as you turn midair, and you cannot help but to feel the rage or the helplessness in you take
Mm-hmm.
over, the fear.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam takes over. She quickly whips around midair, opening the book, and her eyes turn blood red. Your eyes turn blood red. The pages of the book flip wildly, and she speaks in tongues. In a moment, in a flash, the tendril is sent reeling. You almost hear it shriek, shrill, like the whine of some unnatural tone. But you slam through the front gates, Sam not able to rest herself in the air quickly enough, smashing through the doors and landing hard on the ground. You roll across the empty foyer and catch your breath for a moment. Sam makes sure that she grabs the book. She pulls herself up. Oh, What? What? Okay, that's that's new. It's very new. Oh God, we landed pretty hard. Keep her.
Yeah, I know. Get the lights on. Get the lights on.
Mm. Sam looks up around her and sees that most of the floodlights are on, and she immediately rushes over to plug in the rest of them into power outlets. The edges of the room that were lit in shadow quickly dissipate, though leaving you at peace for a moment. Fuck. Fucking hell. What was that? What is
I,
going on?
but Yeah, let me drive. I'll start, like, pushing her out of the driver's seat.
Just hold on. We need to find out what that was. And she puts the book down and she starts flipping through the pages.
There were lads, and there was a violinist. It was a good performer, but got messed up by the shadow too.
Keeper,
But
what are
there
you
were-
talking about? What are you talking about?
The lats. There were lats everywhere in the shadow, and then there was a violinist. It made perfect sense.
She keeps flipping through the pages and she finds an entry. I could only use a little bit of light magic to get rid of it, but this entry, this is the only thing we have on shadows. It looks like what we might be working with.
Well, tell, what is it?
It's a manifestation of negative energy.
Like,
It's
really bad vibes?
really bad vibes. Kind of worse than that. It's like bad juju, bad karma, bad luck, all of those things. But it has to be manifested. And Keeper, she looks down at the book and back around. It was sent by something. It was created. The tome says that these shadows are assassins, deathly ones that never missed their mark. Keeper, what the hell did you do?
What I do? What'd you do? I didn't do anything. I didn't piss off any shadow witch.
Well, I've
mean,
been
there was
dead long enough that I feel like it's not my fault.
Well, okay, there was that one witch, but she wasn't a real witch. She was one of those hippie witches.
Oh yeah, the crystal guru.
Yeah, but they make money. Wait, that's not the point.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
I don't know.
Okay, not the time for blame. Whatever it is, it wants us dead. And it wants us dead quickly. Otherwise, it would not have sent a shadow.
Well, they're kind of late to that game, but I guess that's the point either. Okay, I saw truth. I saw lats. I saw a violinist. Never seen either one of those before. Seen some weird things around the shop, but not lats. And that's fitting. Lights in the darkness. Oh, blood. There's a lot of blood.
It's never a good sign. As you both continue to parse out what is happening, one of the floodlights in the back explodes.
Oh,
The darkness begins to overtake the way back half of the building where the stage is. And on that stage, from it, you hear the sound of a violin. Soft, somber.
uh-oh. Oh, I don't think she's alive anymore.
Sam, we need to do something quickly. As another floodlight on the other side of the building explodes, closing off your exit and now leaving you trapped inside the building.
I am open to ideas. You're driving. Either give me control or what? You got any more of that light stuff? You know what, the magic book?
I'm trying, and she keeps flipping through the pages. Meanwhile, through the ether, a mystic, a fey creature, and a spirit jaunt. You've never had this much potential at your fingertips. And you see the world expand before you, Stellan. You see every horizon possible. With the power in you, you feel as though you are able to move not only yourself, but buildings to new places, to move localities to new places. And Stag, in the royal of this ether, brings you back down to earth, centers you with a simple hand on your shoulder. The power is overwhelming for you, Stellan, but with Stag guiding you, you feel as though it has been centered. And you see what he had mentioned before. Through the ether, several auras, yours, Stag's, Sylvie's, an unknown entity far in the distance, and one close by. This entity is being swallowed by shadows. Its deep red aura almost being snuffed out. You can see it clearly. See her. She's knelt in the middle of an empty building, illuminated by floodlights, flipping through a strange book, frantically, speaking to herself in hurried and labored breaths.
I have don't have such great control, and focusing too long there, the whole "where am I going" question just kind of solved itself, and poof, we apparate.
As one of the floodlights bursts, the
Oops. I didn't mean to come here. I'm kind of
as
looking around.
and as the three of you just apparate in a shimmering of bright yellow energy, Sam yells in fear
I
and
will.
allows you to take over, Keeper.
Yeah, as soon as people show up, Keeper will shove Sam out of the driver's seat, grab the book, and quickly put it back in the holster, and turn to these three intruders who. I really hope that you are not bad.
Sylvie disappears.
That's not encouraging. Do I still have my Sense the Unseen up?
Yes. Same scene.
Hello, my name is Stag.
Stellan is looking around. Where are we?
Sylvie appears behind you. What are you reading?
I'll turn, and step away from you. Can I, with Sense the Unseen, can I tell that this is what this is?
Most
Can Sense the
definitely.
Unseen see through the shrub?
It can.
Then you probably see a absolutely gorgeous knight in shining armor, looking very confused.
When you look at Sylvie, you see spiders crawling out of her face.
All right.
When you look at me, you see an above average male with horns and a lot of hair.
I'll kind of take a step away from Sylvie and look. I'm real sorry, but I think you guys all missed the convention. That was last month.
What's a convention?
What's a convention?
A cosplay, costumes, and I think that's beside the point right now. Is this thing yours? And I'll make a hand gesture across all of the darkness.
And one of the floodlights
Uh-oh.
explodes as well. and the shadows
I'm really-
creep closer.
I can do that too, and I'm gonna make it blow up.
I sat in the middle of saying, I'm really hoping that is you, because then you might be able. We can come to some sort of agreement. Pop. Oh, good. All right, maybe we can come to some sort of agreement here. I'm not sure what I did to piss you off.
That is not her. I say as I conjure forth my staff again.
Wait, Sylvie, did you really blow up one of the lights?
Yeah, I really did.
Okay, there's only
Environmental
two
haunts are my thing.
There's only 2 lights left. One of them is directly above y'all, and it creates like a 20-foot radius. The other is about 10 feet away, and it creates a 20-foot radius as well. So there's just the 2 lights. You got about 40 feet around you of light, which is a pretty good amount. But the shadows continue to creep in, and you see them now almost press at the borders of the light's edge. And again, the sound of the violin from the darkness begins to play.
Stag, was this what you were talking about?
This is an agent of what I was talking about. Stand close to me, please. I do not wish for any of you to die tonight.
You guys gonna stand close to him?
I will listen to the horned man.
Likewise.
I will conjure forth my staff and plant it into the ground, Gandalf style, and utilizing my prime sphere, create an orb, a dome of pure light around us.
Well, that is handy.
As you do, the light furthest from you explodes, leaving you illuminated in just the light above you and the sphere that Stag has created. From there, the shadows continue their onslaught. They press into the light, tendrils throwing themselves against it, burning up in its heat and dissipating. Keeper, what are we gonna do? Do we really trust these people?
Do you want me to tell him to stop? As I look at the tentacles slamming up against the dome in front of me.
No, Stag, don't stop.
I wasn't going to?
Yeah, please don't stop.
Do I see anything coming from the darkness?
The tendrils, these dark,
That- I
shadowy.
mean, anything on the other side? Like, is there like a specter causing this? Like, what spirit's causing this?
It is a shadow. It is a specific type of specter, literally created from negative energies and the Umbra itself.
Oh.
Not to sound, oh, what's the word? Not happy? But what now?
Hey, Stag, can you move this?
It's off to the soul forges for us.
That sounds... No?
Do we have to stay still here, or can we move?
We can, but it will be very taxing.
I am going to look around for the nearest trod, or what's it called?
I have a plan.
Portal?
Did you feel that surge of energy that you felt whenever we traversed to this place?
Yes.
I believe that if we work together, we may be able to achieve a form of enhanced power, enough so that perhaps I could banish this darkness.
I think I've
You
seen
want
this
us-
anime.
You want us to, like, power you up?
Oh, I just need you to put your hand on the staff.
What?
With our powers combined by the power of Grayskull.
What that don't have a hand?
And then I'm going to raise my arm, and there's just no hand on my arm.
Oh, don't worry. I'll use this for you. I say as I'll hold her trinket or shard.
I'll grab the staff.
I will as well.
As the final light explodes over your head. You were looking for a Trod Stellan, but the darkness doesn't really allow you to see past this small radius. And as soon as that other light goes out, the only thing illuminating this room is the sphere that uh, Stag had created to protect you all. And in the same breath as that last floodlight explodes, the shadows almost crash down on the sphere, and you see them too fighting to break through it. I need you, Stag, before all of the other interactions go off. I need you to make. Let's see here. It is going to be. Should it be composure or should it be resolve? I think it'll be resolve. It's going to be just resolve. And
I do not have a resolve attribute.
What is it for
Wits.
Yeah, we have wits.
But it's intelligence, wits, and then one more.
Perception.
Yeah.
That's what I keep messing up. Okay, so I guess it'll be.
Wits is like thinking on your feet.
I think it'll be composure.
We don't have composure either.
Let me pull up your PDF instead of looking at this one.
I use my appearance to wag my eyebrows suggestively, causing the shadow to disappear on its own.
You
Tricks on you. We're all the face.
It's actually true.
I enter the new person's head and listen to their deepest fears.
Me?
I'm kidding, not yet.
not
oh no!
yet.
Please do. Please do.
Let's wait until we are not about to die.
So we're gonna call it. Yeah, we'll say you have to keep your wits about you, and it'll be a nah.
Wits
say-
and or maybe esoterica.
Yeah, wits and occult or esoterica, your choice. To attempt to maintain the spell as they attempt to press down and crush the bubble. And while I do that, I'm also gonna Google what World of Darkness has to say about rolls like that. Well, I'll just put it on my list. So that way we can. The difficulty is gonna be 5 once again. The Shadow's difficulty is always 5. Made that easy for myself.
Utilizing my staff, would I be getting any bonus dice to this roll?
Yes, you should get. You put prime into it. What prime did you use?
3.
So then, we'll say 3 additional dice.
Sweet. That's a phenomenal success.
That expands the bubble, and sort of pushes the shadows out from you, for a moment, as you have to expel it to then begin to cast another spell. You won't be able to concentrate on them both at the same time. What does it look like as this this dome that was protecting you kind of explodes?
I imagine it would be something like this. As the darkness begins to crush down on the dome, shrinking it in size and pushing us closer together, I would tighten my grip on the spirit caller staff and crack it into the ground, causing some fissures to form at the base of the dome, pushing it out further and further, giving us a little bit more breathing room.
As you write the staff again and everyone places their hands on it, you feel the flow of the shards humming together, all of you, communicating, singing the same tune as the violinist. As you concentrate, Stag, the energies focused through you allow you to quickly move the four of you through the ether.
If possible, I'm going to try to take us to the only safe place I know.
And where's that?
Home. My grove.
And very quickly, the world that was once dark around you changes. Overlit by the sun fading away, you apparate inside of a darker cave. One characterized by your belongings, Stag. What does this cave look like?
The cave is naturally occurring, so there are no signs of any digging or mining or chiseling. But there are paintings all over the walls depicting various animals, people, figures, and one that looks very akin to Stag's appearance, though much grander in design. And aside from the paintings, there are assorted dried herbs, leaves, pots made of turtle shells, and gourds. It looks like the bare bones definition of a druid's hidey hole, but just a cave. Outside is much more beautiful. Once the sun's down, I don't want our friend to evaporate before us.
Well, that was an adventure.
Is everyone okay?
So that shadow thing is coming for all of us?
Yes,
And wants these shard things?
that is correct.
It is a spectre, it's not a shadow.
What shard thing?
We each, in our position, have a shard of something very powerful. I'll say as I show her my pearl by conjuring it from my chest once again.
Oh, all right then. I'm gonna kind of walk away a little bit, then turn around and come back, and then walk away again, and turn around and come back.
Don't say
I'm not.
anything. We can't
I'm
trust
not.
them yet.
Not.
Don't even show them the book anymore. Hide it. Quickly.
It's hidden. You showed them the book. I didn't show them anything.
And you can see Keeper in the corner talking to herself.
I'll turn and just look at all of you, kind of realizing that you're there again.
I'm
gonna with the weird one's mind.
Just the weird one's mine.
Wits and
You're cutting out. What'd you say?
wits and composure, please.
God. Oh, that That's 2 ability checks for me. So would that be wits and
It's different for Wraith. Oh,
must be
do you have empathy by chance?
no.
You said what are the skills we're using for this?
So it's wits and composure, but it's different for Wraith.
I would say wits. I guess the best we could do is wits and awareness or composure.
Resolve and awareness.
Yep, resolve awareness. Oh, that's better. Resolve awareness or
Wits and awareness.
yeah.
Okay. I'll do wits and awareness if I can. That's a better roll for me. Is it alright if I roll physical dice just because the digital doesn't show me my blood dice?
Of course.
Okay. So that's a total of 5. So 4 regular 1 blood die. Oh, fuck. I will expend a willpower to re-roll 3 of my physical dice. That was the same roll. 1 success.
4 for me.
It's really important that we keep this a secret, Keeper. We don't
I
know who these people are.
I know, so stop talking about it. I keep
You
a
know they
secret.
can't hear me, right? It's just you.
I know, but they can hear me talking to myself in the corner. They're looking at me funny.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
talking
okay?
to you. Hold on. I hold my hand up. I'm not talking to you. Hold on. Can we talk about this later?
Yes.
You on the phone?
Just
Yes.
yes, we can talk about this later. We can talk about it any time.
Yeah, we can talk about it anytime.
What?
Do I hear that in my
I just
head?
look over to Sylvie.
You definitely hear it in your head.
I wish I could say I told you so, but I didn't say anything. But I told you so.
You didn't tell. It's too crowded in here for another person.
Oh, where's too crowded in here?
I can make myself be more people. Do you need me to make more people?
No, I need you to be less people. I'm gonna look over and your rigamaroo needs to go away. And I'll look at Stag and Stellan as I say this.
I don't know that word. I'm sorry.
Where? And I'll look. I'll use the sense the unseen. I'll look around. Do I see Sylvie?
Yeah, what are you doing now, Sylvie? Are you decapitated?
Sylvie is physically manifested inside of her. She does not see me. I am inside of her body.
I'm spinning around in a circle where I'm standing.
Sylvie wants to do something really mean right now.
I can see Sylvie, right?
You can.
I can't. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Miss Sylvie, could you please not do that? I think you're making our new friend a little uncomfortable.
Sylvie's giving into the shadow right now.
Uh-oh.
Stellan is going to bring out a small tome from the back of his armor, and is going to slam it on the ground, and will invoke contracts, channel it through a cantrip. What's it called? Cantrips are called. It is. Oh, it's not contract. It's sovereign. Again. For scrolling. Protocol. I am going to use actors and time and Faye for myself. And I will say we will treat each other with respect. And everyone is bound by courtly law. And it is frowned upon to do harm to one another in an overt manner. And there is weight behind these words. Feels like the world is trying to keep this in place.
I respect everyone.
Is there a save against this?
There is not, I don't believe, right?
Nope.
Sylvie would flat out refuse.
That's fine. You you just suffer a penalty accordingly.
Well, it manifests a book. It'll be the dictum mortem, and it'll say, she'll recite that rates are not to enter any pacts with any other worldly beings. If so, it is punishable by a sentence of the Reapers, which if you think a specter is bad.
I also conjure forth a book. It is the Bible.
Let me see. I have 2,
That was a joke.
4, 5. I'm going to cut the book as -2 for a bunk.
So does Sylvie get -2 to rolls?
No, I roll for successes, and I get 4 successes. So defying standard protocol of new travelers, either consciously or unconsciously, you suffer a penalty equal to the number of successes for the entire scene. And since I use time, that means you get a penalty for the next 3 scenes of 4 to all your rolls.
Oh, Sylvie, please do whatever it is you were going to do.
I have a backup plan in case something goes awry anyways.
No, let this happen.
I'm debating it.
No. Sylvie has left you, and she summons the dictum mortem, and she clearly states that members of the Legion cannot join or take pacts with otherworldly patrons, and do sentences by death via Reapers, which are like, it's just a giant like page filled with black with like red eyes coming out of it.
Doing that doesn't break any sort of pact.
So from what I understand, the contract is still presented, and because you were traveling with Stellan, you are not you're not it's not like you have to pledge to the contract, it's just that these are now rules that are imposed.
This isn't a contract, it's sovereign. So there are rules in this space now that are imposed on everyone, or are imposed on all 5 of us. 4
Ah,
of
I
us.
see. So it's more like the law of gravity.
Yep.
Okay. So your contract, your stipulation Sylvie would not be breached, so this isn't a contract for you. But even still, you present the page, and Stellan might have to explain this to you.
You are not bound by us. This is not a rule of cooperation. This is a rule of protocol. This is the world enforcing order.
That's a lot of big words.
If we are all getting chased by the same entity, if it's trying to take us all, why aren't we working together? Why are we already fighting?
Oh,
That's my question.
You would not have heard that. That is, Keeper.
And Stellan says the exact same words at the exact same time.
Keeper, like, she gets her eyes kind of glass over for half a second, and then she just looks really confused by the surround sound.
Well, I'm not angrier than any of you. I need fear in order to live. If I don't have fear, then I die.
Oh, I mean, do you want to go for a run inside my old noggin here? Go ahead.
No, I can't choose who I scare. It just happens.
You are
I am
full
compelled.
of shit, madam. Excuse my language.
I'm not falling for that again. You tricked me once, shame on you. Trick me twice, shame on me. We know there's rules.
Not for me. At least not enforced ones.
Oh, dear.
We're going to enforce it for a little bit.
And also, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I don't know who you are or what you are talking about, but this has been a very interesting evening. And why am I in a cave?
Oh, this is my home.
Oh,
Welcome.
It is lovely. Appreciate your hospitality.
Where are we, Stag?
I believe it is called Ireland.
Oh.
We're close by then. I'm just over the ridge in civilized society. Across the bay.
I do not know what that means.
Neither do I. It sounds nice, doesn't it?
It does.
I think that's kind of condescending, isn't it? Isn't that implying this is not civilization?
I don't believe I am civilized.
Oh, well, never mind then. No insult.
Anyway, I am oathbound to protect this shard. And, well, this is more information that I've gotten about the shard since getting the shard. So, what now?
Now, we need to recover and hopefully have enough time to rescue the other shard bearers. I was fortunate enough that the three of you were nearby.
There's another one. Excellent. Who's hunting us?
Not a who. A what?
Oh, I figured it's what. I figured a shadow or a shade, whatever it is that scary witch lady said. But why?
It's much more than just a shadow, I'm afraid. It wants what is rightfully ours by bond, the shards.
I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I don't know what you're referring to with this shard. I would like to say at this point, indignantly saying that I would like to go home, but considering I was just run out of my home, that presents that has a new list of questions.
Can I very clearly see the aura of the shard on her?
Keeper, where did you put the book?
It's currently in the holster under my shirt across my lower back.
You can see the aura about her, but you can't exactly pinpoint where it is. It looks like it is within her.
The shard is typically something that holds great personal value to the bearer.
Interesting. I have to think deeply about that, what that could possibly be. But why exactly all of a sudden are we being hunted? And also, wait, what are you exactly? I kind of get what she is. I'll point at Sylvie, but what are you?
I am Stag.
All right. And why is there a knife?
Wait, are you a vampire?
Oh, that's not.
He's worthless.
You only just figured that out?
I've never met a vampire before.
I'm not a vampire. Well,
Yes, you are.
Actually, no, wait. Can I tell you that? I don't think I could tell you that.
I've seen many of your kind die.
What?
You're the first one I've met in person. Though there was the other time I met one in a dream.
No one's gonna believe me that no one's met a vampire in ages.
What do you mean? I see them all the time. I used to see them all the time.
But you are.
That wasn't very nice.
See a lot of this thing that you claim that I am, which I absolutely am not. What is even a vampire? But what are you? And I'll point at Stellan.
Oh, well, do you still have
Yeah.
Sense Unseen up?
Yeah, because I'm trying to keep an eye on Sylvie. She's trying to fuck with me.
Sylvie's disappeared. She's just fading in and out.
Yeah, I could see you. I see
Well-
you, bitch.
Sylvie is on the brink of, like, no longer existing.
I am an old soul.
Do I
Pretty-
call you? Do I call
He
you
is a
sir?
pretty fae.
Yes, that is my title. How did you know?
Well, you're a gnat, obviously.
Yes. See? I like you.
Thank you. I'm pretty fond of you as well, especially the
You
whole
have a-
life-saving thing.
You've got a real good head on your shoulders. You're going to get a head in this world.
Is that what the shiny bits are for?
Shiny bits.
I'm just gonna poke your armor plate.
Do you see the armor or the teenager? Oh, you
I
see both.
at the same time.
Oh, yes. Keeps you safe. It's pretty, too.
It is.
You all, I must say, you all are very oddly dressed.
Pot, kettle.
Yeah. Red on red is so 40s.
What year is this?
Oh, that's a good question.
I didn't keep count.
It's 2024, right?
1724 already?
No, Storytell, what year is it? Modern day? God, what year is it?
It is
Yeah,
2024.
It's 2024.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, that probably explains why Darren's so angry at me.
That's a lot bigger of a number than I was expecting.
how old are all of you?
I don't keep count.
That's a very complicated question.
That's just a rude question.
Oh, I'm almost 400.
Good for you. Actually,
it's
you're not
insane.
anything. I start to talk and I can't talk.
And you're restless.
As I say excitedly.
we both get hit by the decree of the world. We just try to talk shit on each other.
My old master used to rip your people in part.
Oh,
I mean, that's not saying much. That's pretty common.
Yeah, he used his claws and just dug in.
Yeah, you're a tourist attraction.
What?
Yeah.
What does that
Take
mean?
Means people come pay money to try to get sights of you. Like a
They
street.
pay money? I don't get any money.
That's even worse.
What?
people used to do that with me too, but they didn't give money. They threw potatoes.
You're sad.
No, I'm not. I am very happy.
Guys, can we talk about the shard some more? I'd really like some answers.
I would
Oh.
as well.
I'm sorry. I got distracted by the riveting conversation. I haven't had anybody to speak to in...
Yes, that's my heartstrings pull for you, Stag.
What were we talking about?
The shard.
Potatoes. Oh, the shard. Sorry.
Oh, yes, the shards. What we would need to do is gather all the remaining shards and utilize my magics and combine them together so that we might have a fighting chance against this creature that hunts us.
Like the Thundercats?
I like cats and I don't like thunder.
I haven't seen any Thundercats.
So,
I fought a Thundercat once. Lightning bolts
they have furs?
everywhere.
they have what?
You wouldn't understand.
I feel
Alright.
like I am missing important information.
So, you said that you had almost all of us, but you missed one shard bearer, I think is what you called us?
Oh,
The
yes,
hunter.
the hunter.
The what?
The hunter. I may have accidentally knocked her out.
You don't have to say accidentally. This isn't a court.
Was-
It's okay.
And
Was that
they
the lady on the
ruined her.
floor?
They ruined her dreams.
It was not intentional.
I mean, nothing wrong with knocking out a hunter, but... Okay, so we need her too?
Oh, yes. Or at the very least, her shard.
Absolutely not, Keeper. Let's go. There's no way we're dealing with the hunter.
Go where? What time? I'm gonna pull out my phone.
No
what
signal.
There is absolutely no connection in here.
Absolutely no signal.
Yeah,
it is.
It's
you're
still
still
tells me
in
New York time.
Yeah, you're still in
Yeah.
New York time. Like, but when you look to the edge of the cave, you see that it's dusk. That there's still daylight outside.
How close am I to the phone?
Close enough to do whatever fuckery you're trying to do right now.
The battery instantly drains.
Yeah, so like the
I-
phone flashes no signal, and then it goes from like 50% to 1% in like an instant.
What?
Yeah, that's mean, but I don't think that would break the rules.
Well, that happens passively. I don't control that.
Yeah, unfortunately, ghosts just drain energy from things that they're around.
Why? Oh.
I feel a little bit better. What was that?
Ugh.
So it's a quest then. We're off to unite the shards.
That actually sounds quite fun when you say it like that. It almost makes you forget that all of our lives are in terrible danger.
Yeah,
As long as you
what-
keep your promise.
What exactly is it that's trying to kill us? Besides shadow, bad thing, whatever. I look angry. Look at Sylvie. Why is it trying to kill us?
Oh, it's probably trying to come for me.
It wants our shards. Why it wants it, I am not sure. I cannot truly comprehend it. But I do know malicious creatures when I see them.
But why
Well-
now?
Well, it can't have mine.
I don't know.
Also, haven't you been around since forever? Apparently, how long have you had yours?
I've been around for a long time, but I've only recently gotten the shard.
I've had mine for 200 years.
I was born with mine.
Okay, so that's a big gap of when y'all, and I'll point at Stag and I'll point at Sylvie. When you got these things, why now?
Oh, I didn't get mine. I'm in prison with mine.
Oh, perfect. So, why? Man, I really can't get rid of you.
I don't know. I was just on the Titanic, and the next thing I know, I'm in the sun.
There's a joke
Would
there.
you
but
like for me to get you out of the stone?
It may break it. Do you want to break the shard?
No. Today has been exciting.
Well,
The last of these words echo. Today has been exciting. And questions, more than answers, have arisen. The future of this world is still unknown. This world of darkness. Now, we, unfortunately, my dear friends, have to begin to bring things to a close. And we're going to fade to darkness there as Stag's words sort of echo throughout the cave. When we come back, you will all be able to talk more about where, what, and how you would like to do this. We'll reconvene the evening of this same night. We'll also get to see what happened with Janice. But before we go, we're going to do our normal closing time things. We had an actual session this time. It wasn't just like a half writers or half session zero, half playing. We got to play the whole time. So that's really dope, meaning we are going to do stars and wishes. Stars are like nominations where you choose one of the players at the table and you acknowledge them for something that they did at the table that really either wowed you or that you really respected, whatever it may be. And wishes are things that you wish for in the future. So I'll start us off. My first star, I'm gonna give it to all of you. Um, all as always, I'm really glad that we all came together at this table because you guys are some really amazing role players. Um, and you're just really carrying this game, like carrying this game. I'm having so much fucking fun. Um, but my big ones go out. Sylvie, you're such a fucking troublemaker, but I love it. Stop being so adversarial, though. You can be a troublemaker without being adversarial. There's a difference.
oh, please try to get in my head.
Stellan, thank you for pulling out the contract. Or the sovereign,
So
because
I literally can't though. I have to cause fear, anger, or depression essentially to get my corpus back because I have one corpus. If I lose it, I
But
literally
you don't
die.
have to do it to everyone.
it's
I
true.
needed 1 point. I didn't get any from anyone. And I can only do it one. I can only do it to one person a day, or one person once a day.
Don't you worry. You are going to get plenty of opportunities to cause fear, cause anger, all of those things. We are playing it a little slow. It is still the same day, so all those opportunities are still there. So don't worry. Uh, and I think my last like nods go to both Keeper and Stag. I think we haven't had a lot of time to really play together. Um, but I really love Stag's character. I really love your attention to detail. Like when you first made it back to Ireland, you were exhausted and I could hear it in your voice and you used that labored breathing. Great. I love playing Sam already. I'm having so much fun. So I'm glad we did that.
Yes.
But my true star goes to Stellan. Thank you for pulling the excuse me, pulling the party together just a little bit more, using those mechanics to keep it going. My wish is that I get the mechanics down a little more and I can facilitate the dice version of this game better. It's a little tricky with all the moving pieces and the 5 different systems, but I'm adamant in making sure that we're still playing a game and that we have rules that we are going to reference and use so that way it's a game and we're not just, we're not just acting. We can do that. That's okay. But the point of this is to play a role-playing game. So I'm trying my best, and I'm so thankful that you guys are bearing with me and you're helping me out as much as possible as I'm still new to the world of darkness. And this is a very interesting experiment that we're trying. And I just hope that you guys are all having fun. But with that being said,
I
since you
was
were nominated, oh, sorry, go ahead, Stack.
no, I was just saying I was so excited when I got that phenomenal success. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know if we rolled the right dice or did the right thing, but I'm here for it. Stellan, since you were my nomination, uh, please start it off for us.
I am going to honorable mention Stag for being cool and level-headed, and my star goes to Keeper for being a hot mess. Everyone loves a Malkavian.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. And my wish is going to echo two of San's. Make sure that this is still a game because I love rolling dice, and that we're less adversarial within the party.
Hell yeah.
And I've got a sneaking suspicion that I'll make everyone swear an oath to each other so that we can keep that party cooperation going.
I'm gonna need my guardian present. He needs to. He's the adult, so he needs to be here. But if I sign anything,
Which is
so.
really funny because that's literally true. Now, Keeper, you were Stellan's nomination, so you are going to do Stars and Wishes next.
Ooh. Okay. Really loved the scene of just Keeper like being surrounded by all this darkness, just to have these 3 misfits show up, and then we're all doing the hiding under the ball of light. It was a really cool image to have just the darkness crashing down, and then just Stag with this Gandalf pose. That was a really awesome image.
You shall not pass.
The monotone really sells it. I think my star is gonna go to Stellan. For gonna immediately stepping into the role of party dad. Thanks, Dad. It's gonna be an interesting dynamic.
Dad?
Yeah, party dad immediately. Any wishes for us?
Ooh. I think for wishes, looking forward to some in-character roleplay to kind of flesh out the character. Because even though I'm already liking Keeper, being able to having in-character roleplay always changes the character for me to solidify who they are. So looking forward to seeing who everyone is as a character. So character dialogue option.
Okay. Yes, please. That's what I loved the most. I loved letting you guys sit there because you guys, like I said, such great role players. You really just take it and run with it, and that's exactly what we want. Stag, why don't you go ahead and give us your stars and wishes?
Hi. Sylvie's a little gremlin. I like gremlins. They're funny. Star to you. Wishes. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game, but if there was a way to ease Sylvie's maniacal, malicious, and downright insane need to scare, enrage, or whatever that third one was, people, I would like to find a way in character to potentially supplement those needs.
Ooh, okay. That is a thing that we can definitely look into with like how do you do that and just looking at spheres and we can figure out what that could look like if we're using magic to do so. But I think that's a
Like,
great idea.
I know that TAS is physical manifestations of prime, so what if I were to make a physical manifestation of mind or spirit and have that be something that she could consume in place of fear?
Ooh, I like
Or Sylvie
this.
go vegan?
Vegan Sylvie? That's funny. It's like a
I
blood
give you,
bagger, but for
I,
race.
I give you tofu fear.
These are very interesting things. We'll have to Sylvie, Stag, and I jump into a chat and talk about what that looks like and like really look at what wraith mechanics necessitate. But I love this. I love that idea. And I think doing it in character is the part that I love the most.
And let me know if glamour helps that at all.
Look at that. A team effort right off the bat. I love it.
Hey.
Last but not least, Sylvie, please, stars and wishes.
Start of the storyteller.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
boo, boo.
No, you get the star. It's already been said.
Okay, why? What did I do
Uh,
specifically that
you
got me the
played
star thing?
every other supporting character very well.
Aw, so sweet.
There you go.
Thank
And you
you.
made tonight's session. We didn't think there'd be a session tonight. Wish a conversation after game, after we go off stream.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Vicious.
Well, with that being said, I believe the nomination goes to Stellan.
I think so.
He got both of the stars, and
I
excluding you.
don't think there's inspiration in this game.
No, there is not inspiration, but what I will do is allow you all. So instead of inspiration,
Oh,
you know how we have succeeding at a cost? Instead of succeeding at a cost, you just are able to succeed.
Legendary resistance.
actually, let me. Sorry, I'm stalling as I desperately scroll through the rulebook, looking
Oh,
for experience, because as a game, this game has experience. But the way that experience is scored in, here it is, morning experience. The way experience is scored in Changeling, and I believe this is very similar for all the 20th edition um, uh, um, systems, is it's based on your session. So if you at the end, I can't find it, so I'll paraphrase. A lot of times, you will get experience based on not only what you did, but how you reflect on the session. So a storyteller could ask, "What you learn most? Who's your favorite? Or what are your stars or wishes? Um, uh, what did your character do great? What do you think you can improve upon?" That kind of thing, and get awarded with experience points. And ultimately, that the amount of experience is up to the storyteller.
Okay, I think we'll keep experience.
Do we want it, stars and wishes to be an extra experience point?
I think we'll keep experience separate, just because I don't. Uh, it's sort of the same thing with the mercenaries. That concept where like everyone was getting their own experience. So I don't want to. Well, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. We can talk about it some more. I personally was on the side of just the one free success. Um but if we feel like that might be too powerful or anything like that, we can talk about it some more. But I love all of these things that we're bringing up, and I'm a huge fan of them. Um, but as we hit the 3 hour mark, we are going to begin to bid the stream adieu,
Good night. Good
and
night.
pull into our after table talks. Um, but I do want to say thank you guys all for hanging in there um, through all of the craziness and pulling together for a session tonight. Really, really dope. You guys did amazing, and I'm so excited for next week, where we'll be meeting at 8 p.m. Eastern, um, barring any emergencies or craziness. Um, and yeah, I'm just really excited to once again see y'all in the world of darkness. But for now, we are going to say good night, stream.
Good night, stream, and good night, goblins. We are going to go on a raid. If Lord Master, if you wish to join us, up to you.
I
There
am,
is
and I
one.
learned how to do this now because I go to the
Perfect.
stream manager. Where is
There
it?
is another vampire stream going on right now called Dork Tales. So, goblins, we're going to go raid them and go share some love for another Vampire the Masquerade game. You raid the same person or a different person, storyteller?
I am looking. I have to open up my dashboard here.
I think we lost him.
Ah,
All right.
I'm on push to talk. I keep forgetting. I'm looking right now on my dashboard. Do. I totally remember how to do this.
So go to. Are you on your stream manager?
Yeah.
Should be a button that says raid channel.
Stream manager. Raid channel. Ah, I see, okay.
All right, and you can pick who to raid. I am gonna raid Dork Tales because they're the only other Vampire the Masquerade streamer right now.
Oh, I guess I'll do the same.
All
But
right.
Dork Tales. Oh, I think I have to do it from my browser. Vampire the
Right.
Masquerade. I
Right,
think
goblins.
we have the same viewers.
Maybe. It's gonna be a very impressive raid. All right, goblins, we're gonna go ahead and do that raid. Go ahead and stick around. If you stay all the way until we actually hit the other channel, you get points, which you use to fart all over the place with what you guys love to do. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be back live tomorrow. Thank you, Stag. For Vampire the Masquerade Texas. We'll see you on this channel tomorrow night. Have a good night, everyone. Good night.
Sleep tight. Do not let the bedbugs bite. They carry infection.
That's true.
Why am I having so much trouble with this?
I can't wait for y'all to meet Heart. It's just gonna be so funny. It's gonna be such a stark fucking contrast to Stag. It'll be mind-boggling. Yeah. We're still on stream.